It's rolling. Hey everybody, welcome back to Durbin's Bourbon. I'm Joe.
And I'm Josh.
We're going to be doing a 2 whiskey review, Burnside Distillery. My wife Megan and I went on a vacation a few years ago, went over to Oregon, hit the distillery over there. They do make some great whiskey. We tried, there's several Oregon whiskeys that I really like. One in particular, McCarthy's.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's more Scotch flavor. You can't call it a Scotch because it's made in America, but it tastes exactly like a extremely well-made Scotch. But enough of that. We're doing Oregon. The first one is Oregon Oaked, so they finish it with Oregon Oak bourbon whiskey. This particular batch is 22, bottle number 112, 48% ABV. I was pretty impressed with the whiskeys we had over there. This distillery over there is really good.
Wow.
The second one is barrel aged straight bourbon whiskey, 96 proof, little hotter up there, 48% ABV. It's East Side Distilling is the distillery. It's out of Portland, Oregon. They're doing good stuff over there. You know, it's neat to see West Coast or Northwest, Pacific Northwest distilleries coming up and making some really good products.
Or any local distilleries wherever you're at.
Right.
You know? It's fun to try.
It really is.
Stuff.
Absolutely. Give them a try. Just don't go with the standard Jim Beam, Elijah Craig, all those big guys. Give the little guys a try. They are creative. They're putting some good products out. Some are really good. Some are really bad. But it takes time. We tried another whiskey that we did a review of. I think it was called Idaho, whatever it was. It was...
What was that?
Really bad. It is... I think I took it off the shelf. I was so disappointed with it, I just got rid of it. It's around.
Doesn't matter.
Idaho whiskey. Yeah, really bad. But new distiller, they're building their profile, trying to get that flavor profile right, releasing product.
Was that the Eight Feathers? We did that one too.
Yeah, that was a rough
from
one.
Dan gave it to us.
Mm-hmm. That was really rough too. So we hate to give bad reviews on whiskey, but you know, honestly, you know, it is. It's all about honesty.
And it's all about like, your palate. Some people might like the ones we don't like.
Right.
Doesn't matter. Just you drink what you like, and we just try to give our honest opinion. I think I'm less subjective than you are. Like I seem to like way more than you like. Right. I'm like, oh, it's delicious. It's got alcohol in it.
That's true. We did get some good comments from a video we did a few videos back. Was the 10 whiskeys to try before you die. We had some not so favorable comments saying this list is terrible, and it sounds like it's just basically a bourbon list, and why don't you have this whiskey and that whiskey in it and this whiskey? And really, like we said in the video, this is just simply our opinions. What we have in our bars, what we've tried, what's available, what's affordable. Some of them were a little more than affordable, but we tried to give everybody a good list to go off of that we thought was decent.
Right. You know that's going to happen. I mean,
absolutely.
Doesn't bother me any.
No, and that's
you got your opinion. That's awesome.
And that's absolutely true. So we'll give Oregon whiskey a try. Oregon Oaked bourbons. This is the Oregon.
That's the one on the outside.
Oregon Oaked. So finished with Oregon Oak.
I don't want to mess them up. God, that one smells like...
The Oregon
Oak smells a little bit like gasoline.
It's got more of a younger green...
I guess not. Yeah, it's got a...
alcohol. smell to it. The other one has a little bit more leather in it.
Doesn't have. It's not a. It doesn't have the. I get no caramel vanilla
Depth.
I'm getting like I'm getting right. Very green.
It's a relatively new distillery. They've been around for a few years, but you know it takes time to age products. So
it doesn't smell bad. It's just got a
young
green apple almost, like a tart
on the Oregon oak.
On both.
Yeah,
I'm getting it on both. But the Oregon oak, I think it might be the oak actually.
It might be
now that I'm processing what I'm actually doing.
Oregon oak is the outside.
Yeah.
And you did the outside for
outside
you?
for both, and then the inside for both is the bourbon.
You want to try the Oregon oak? Outside in. Oregon oak, did I say the proof? It is 96 proof, so it's up there a little bit.
I think it's that I think it's the oak
unique oak, because you figure Oregon, Pacific Northwest, high moisture content on the coast. That oak could be completely different than your regular white oak.
Yeah.
That the classic whiskeys and bourbons are aged in.
Give it a try.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Alcohol up front. Not
Definitely
a bad.
Getting the oak.
There's some oak there. It's a unique kind of oak characteristic.
It's got a very. Is it corn?
Yeah. That finish on it. That finish on it is kind of unique.
Yeah, that's that's different in a good way.
It's got a little bit of a youngness to it, but
I'm getting some vanilla. I get that new wood oak, like fresh oak,
like a green, green oak, and that could be that Oregon characteristic, that Oregon oak.
Wow.
Lingers, kind of medium.
Yeah.
Alcohol is there. I thought I got a pretty good alcohol burn on it. I didn't pick up any leather.
No, I didn't get vanilla. I got a little. Little bit of vanilla, maybe.
Maybe a little.
Just sweetness to it.
There is. I think that's attributed to that particular type of oak that it's aged in. I couldn't really find any time frames how long it's aged. I believe it's not a really heavily aged product. It's probably 2 to 4 years. The color on the glass would lend me to think maybe 3 to 4 years.
Young, yeah.
It does have some color, but not a lot.
I don't think there's any color added.
No,
I would say that's probably
because they're calling it a bourbon, so they can't by federal law add anything to it.
Well, this one called a bourbon? Oh,
yep. Yeah. So they're still, bound
that's the
by
youngness
all
I'm
the federal.
tasting, probably.
I bet so.
But it definitely has. It's got good flavor, I think.
It does.
How much? Do you know how much the bottles were?
Each one. This has been a few years ago. We were over there in Oregon. I believe they were $40 roughly per bottle. One was a little more. I think it was 46. Under $50
for a craft distiller, basically.
For a craft distiller, so you could go in the distillery.
Can you get these? Do you have to get them at the distillery, or
I got them at a tasting. Actually, the distillery has their main place, and then in Oregon and one of the little cities over there on the way, I can't think of the name of it right now, they had like a tasting room. So you could go in and they had merchandise and t-shirts and Glencairn glasses and bottles, and they would do a flight for you. And that's where I tried this and the McCarthy's and tried them all, and I thought, wow, I definitely got to pick them up. They're unique. They're decent priced. They had them there for sale.
And you're on vacation, so
you're on vacation, so vacation money doesn't count. You pick them up, add them to the collection. It's a neat bottle too. It's kind of got that old school feel to it. They do a good job. I mean,
you should try the bourbon one.
So we're gonna move on to that one. To the, what is it? The plain old bourbon.
Yeah, 4 year
Burnside bourbon.
Actually, there is an age statement. 4 year.
4 year barrel aged straight bourbon whiskey, 96 proof.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I'm gonna like this one more.
You think? Okay.
By the nose. Of course, the nose never. The nose is always different than the flavor. It seems like.
And there are certain guidelines that go along with calling a bourbon a straight bourbon whiskey. I'm not going to bore you with that. If you want to know, you can look through the research and Google it, and it will be in previous videos we've done that talks about straight bourbon whiskey as opposed to bottle and bond and all that. There is a guideline. It's got that bourbon characteristic. Vanilla proof
definitely
wise,
more vanilla, I think.
96 proof.
Yeah. I wonder if it's just the oak in that one that I'm...
Probably.
It's so woody. You know?
It's a different...
But not like that charred... like the, some aged bourbon with a charred...
4 year. Fun fact, like your Jim Beam White Label, 4 year bourbon. It's a 4 year aged bourbon is your Jim Beam White Label.
Wow.
You start getting into your Jim Beam Black, your Jim Beam Devil's Cut, 8 year age statement. They don't have an age statement. They still are kind of in that same ballpark. So, good nose. Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
You best be having a drink.
Mm-hmm.
There's some young,
very
young whiskey.
4 years?
But we're picking up that green.
Yeah.
Green whiskey. Green meaning young. 4 years isn't a lot of time to spend in a barrel. You figure if you try a Jim Beam White Label, you're going to get some young, that greenish characteristic. But theirs is so well refined, it is different altogether. And the mash bill's different.
I don't know. On that one too, I get that green apple, which to me is a young whiskey, like a Granny Smith. Tart. It's tart.
Yep, tart.
Doesn't have like that nice round sweetness.
No.
That I like in a bourbon.
It's kind of harsh on the edge.
Yes.
Harsh on the edge.
I'm not even getting like... I'm not getting vanilla. Well, a little bit of caramel.
Little caramel. I'd like to pick up a little leather in there, but I'm not. There just isn't enough time in the barrel to get that leather characteristic and that age.
Yeah, that sip was pretty good though. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a drop of water. See what happens. We don't know the mash bill, if it's a high rye mash bill.
I would say it's not high rye.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably rye in it, but I don't think.
It's definitely not a
try
weeder.
A little water in this one.
It's not a weeder.
No, definitely not.
Let's roll it around.
Roll it around.
It does have a pleasant nose. The bourbon. There's so many whiskeys out there.
I know.
And scotches and just whiskeys in general.
Now I'm getting a little vanilla.
I got a little alcohol burn on that.
I'm getting a little vanilla now.
Yeah, there's a little vanilla. Boy, that green.
Yeah, it's
That green alcohol, young.
Yeah, for sure.
Is definitely on the back palate. Little bit of, little
Big
youngness
gurgly there.
Lunch.
Huh?
I'm at a loss.
Why?
I don't know.
I feel like it'd be really good if it was like 8 years.
Yeah.
Like it's not a bad mash bill, whatever they're using.
Nope.
But it doesn't have enough age
Time in
to
the
it, I
barrel.
don't think.
Yep.
It's too green.
Yep. And I'd say that for both of them.
Right.
Even if the Oregon oak, with the unique characteristics that Oregon oak portrays with the Northwest and the high moisture content compared to
Try the Oregon oak
regular.
after that.
Really?
Not a fan. Oh, I put water in mine though. I put a drop of water in mine. I take the bourbon over the Oregon oak.
Yes. The Oregon oak has a much more young, immature, green, not vibrant, just some raw. It's raw. There's a raw characteristic to it.
It's definitely unique. I've never had a bourbon or a whiskey taste like that.
The bourbon, on the other hand, has a little bit more. At least they've got an age statement. It's 4 years minimum. This one's probably not. It's a little younger. It's a good, they're trying. New distiller, putting out some products, and they're not horrid by any means.
No, they're just, they taste young. They taste like they haven't had enough time to mature.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I get it. You're, you got a company, you got to make some money.
You got to get that product out there.
It's not bad. It's just, I don't think I'd pay that much for it.
No.
I mean, you can get Evan Williams for
$12
or $15, and it's a good cheap whiskey. So
I think you're paying for the craft distillers.
Right.
They're small.
And you want to support them if they're local, which is cool. But it's, I don't know, as far as those go.
They're a middle of the row bourbon, a middle of the row whiskey, middle to low.
Right.
To be totally honest. Neat bottle, neat company. The people over there were awesome. They were so personable, informative. Talked about the history of the company, where they're going in the future. So, I mean, you got to appreciate those parts. But as a product, we want to bring you all product reviews that give you guys and gals a opinion or information so that you don't spend your hard-earned money on a product that you think sucks or that you waste your money on because
well, like Joe said, when you go to these places, you can get a flight probably wherever your local craft distillery is, and if it's not good or you don't like it, you don't have to buy it.
Right.
I mean, as much as you want to support them, which I'm all about, I wouldn't buy these.
Yeah, they're decent.
They're not,
okay.
Yeah, like I said, they're not bad. I feel like they need a little more age. I don't think the mash bill's bad. I just think it needs more time to age. Probably in a barrel or when they do the stave thing, and just get a little more meat to it, I guess.
Right. You can't beat time in the barrel.
No.
They're doing all kinds of new stuff with music and sound waves and temperature fluctuations and everything. I swear, I think that just time in the barrel.
With a winter, a summer, a fall, and a spring where the barrel expands and contracts, and
I agree.
That's just,
you gotta wait for perfection,
which sucks if you want to make money.
That's true.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
it's not a bad product. I just personally wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, I'm glad I have them for the collection. They're decent. We bring reviews to you guys and gals so that you can make informed decisions before you spend your hard-earned money. They're okay. They're okay. If you want to add them to your collection, sure, they're nice. Yeah. Don't spend a fortune on them. Give them some time. In the future, they'll probably have some different age statements.
Sure. I'm sure.
As products evolve, as companies evolve, products always tend to get better, and it goes by product reviews.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go with the bourbon. We hope you all are enjoying the show. Remember to like and subscribe. Share us with your friends. We hope you're having a dram with us. You should be. Whiskey's meant to be shared with your family and friends.
Right.
And drink responsibly. As always.
Do that.
Do that. As always, enjoy your whiskeys and bourbons. Any way you like. Cheers, everybody.